Now, the question for this video is, do you affect or infect the people around you? Do you affect their lives or do you infect their lives? Yo, yo, yo. It's 𝗀𝗏 in the building. How you feeling? Do you affect their life or do you infect it? Now, what does affect mean and what does infect mean? The difference between affect with an A and effect with an E, right? So what we must break down is the differences between the two and the specific changes that involve affection versus infection, right? So affect is what we're talking about. That's the verb. That is to make a change, to produce a change in someone or something. Not by force. We're not talking about force here, but it is to induce change, induce growth of some magnitude, okay? And infect is also a verb when you are getting into somebody's bloodstream, into somebody's mind, into somebody's body, into somebody's psyche, and creating ill will within them, right? So effect is a noun, which is the circumstance, the consequence of the change, the result from the change that happened from the effect. So it's almost like think, see, feel. It's affect. We're going to cause and produce a change in someone or something. And then the effect is what happens from that effect. It's the cause and effect, right? So when I was in high school, I was 17 turning 18. This was my senior year. And for my birthday party, normal kids, especially in high school, what would they want to do? They would want to either go out to the club, drink, smoke, turn up, have all their friends come together and celebrate their date of birth, right? Have a cake, house party, and then go out after, whatever. That was not the case for me. When I was 17 turning 18, on January 23rd, I invited all of my homeboys. I invited all of my friends to come to my house. The concept that I had for my birthday was, as young men, y'all come to the house dressed in something nice, like some dressy casual attire, right? And they all came to my house. It was about 10 of us. And I had a suit on. I had a gray striped suit from 𝗧𝗏, a nice clean white shirt, chain, braids, and my hair cut, right? Looking real smooth, looking real dapper. And the concept that I had for this party was a young man blueprint business meeting. So in my book, I had a list of themes that we were going to address. We had managing time, managing money, talking about taxes, talking about money, relationships, love, girls, character building, friends, it was all of that, mindset, all of that into one, right? Talking about purpose, passion, everything. And we had a cookie cake, we had fruit, we had pizza, we had the food, we had the drinks, we had everything, which would signify it's a party. But the catch was we were talking about things that actually mattered as young men. We need this is what we need to focus on. Not what we should. This is what we need to focus on, especially in this economy, in this day and age. This is what we need to focus on, right? So that was my 18th birthday at my house. Now, what effect did I have in my mind, in my psyche, that I wanted to put forth to my homeboys? The change that I wanted to induce and influence with the situation is to have a grander and stronger perspective and awareness about mindset, money, health, wealth, energy, relationship, tax, stuff like that. That was the effect that I had in mind, that I set in place. Now, due to my expectations for everybody at the party, did that happen? It did wonders to some. I had some people at the party who were just waiting because my birthday fell on a Saturday night. So I had some people at the party who were there for the food, there to say what's up to JB. Let me holler at JB real quick. And they left whenever the bar opened, uptown. Whenever the bar opened, they couldn't wait. Oh, yeah, JB, I got to go. Before we even really got to talk about the deep shit. Some left during the talk, during the conversation. They got up and just, all right, yeah, JB, I'm on my ride here. We're going to go out, In my mind, I wanted everybody to stay, everybody to talk for the duration of the meeting, of the blueprint meeting. And it was going to have the same effect, the same result from the change that I had in mind. It was going to have the same effect that I had. They were going to have the same effect that I had with the situation. I was wrong. In my mind, I told myself, this is going to be so great for all of us. This is going to be fucking dope. Like, this is never really done this. I haven't seen this. I haven't heard this. And we're young adults going into the real world, like managing all of this, talking about this, conceptualizing this at this type of age. Oh, this is going to be a home run. Now, for me, it was amazing. And everything that I said when I was 18 is the same things that I'm living and breathing and producing today. That's the same shit I'm doing today. The blueprint, of course, got tweaked a little bit, but it's the same formula. The same formula. Think, see, feel. It's the same formula. And that was the effect I had. Now, the people that have a strong tendency to infect those around them, toxic, parasites, leeches. Parasites, toxins, leeches. They can't help but to do this. It's in their blood. That's why they have to leech off of yours and suck yours like a vampire. This is how they operate. This is how they get their energy. Y'all ever seen late night, they got the light posts and the street lights is on? What do you see when you look up there? All the flies, right? That's them. That's some of the people that you call homeboy. That's some of the people who you call your friends, who you call your acquaintances. They gotta be around the crowd. But when the lights go off, nowhere to be found. They're nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be heard, nowhere to be felt. Couldn't even call them if you on your deathbed. Because they only come around when it's beneficial. They only come around when they smell opportunity. They could be so wrong. Most chances, they're completely wrong. But if they, that smell like a, let me see what's going on. Let me see what they're talking about. They have to check on that. So where do you fall? Are you affecting people? Are you affecting people or are you infecting them? Now, here's a sure way that you can differentiate this, right? If you met a person 2 years ago, see how their life was. Reflect on their life, what they were doing, their living conditions, living situations, their relationships, their habits, if they was drinking a lot, smoking a lot, partying a lot. if they were reading, if they were not reading, going to the gym, focusing on their health, mental health, spiritual health, emotion. What were they focused on 2 years ago? Now, y'all met 2 years ago. Now y'all are acquaintances, friends, comrades, homeboys, whatever you want to say. Now, 2 years fast forward. What are they doing? Where are they at? What do they see of the world? What do they think of the world? How do they feel? How do they look? How is their energy? How is their aura? That's a sure way to tell. That's a sure way to tell. And if you can't tell from that, you're most likely the problem. You're most likely infectious. And if you want to go a step further than that, ask your parents. Ask your mama, ask your dad. They know the answer. Trust me, they know the answer because they've just been watching. They've been watching. Or ask your unbiased, real homeboy, your real friend, who gonna always keep it 100. There's always that one friend in the friend group, kind of quiet, observant, aware, but whenever you go to them, they're gonna tell you what it is, straight up, raw and uncut. Don't give a damn how you feel about it. Ask them. So, when it comes to relationships and friendships, it's very valuable for all of us to remember and recollect, if we have met somebody in a certain space, in a certain energy, and y'all are no longer communicating and talking like that. Now, yes, people go their certain way, people go their separate ways, and life hits people in different facets, for sure. But if you left them stronger and better mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, socially than they came into the friendship, into the relationship, that's a W in my book. That's a W. You did what any great friend should do. You did what any great leader would do. They're going about their way into the new relationship, into a new walk of life, a new phase of life, a new chapter. I did all I could. I served my complete purpose. Hate it or love it, I served what needed to be served. So ask yourself that question. Ask your friends that question too. Yo, bro, do you feel like you are affecting people's lives in a powerful way, or are you infecting their lives? See what they say.